The frying pan's fire wasn't too bad. My experience with college, especially with COVID, changed how I thought and acted about college as a whole in a positive manner. My first experience regarding college was making applications and writing essays. We had a mandatory class at my high school that consistently harped on prestigious schools. Many of the students that graduated from there became very well known, and I, of course, followed. My first choice was Morehouse on a whim because one of my counselors that I admired went there as well. I was ecstatic when I got my acceptance letters. Whether it be something or someone that inspired us to go to college, it almost always doesn't click that you have to be independent to an extent, or completely independent. You of course tell yourself that you understand, that it won't be too hard to adjust to, but it's always different from reality. My continued experiences reflect this, mainly from being outside, stuck at home, and having a job, but I persevered, and I will continue to persevere. My first semester was full of a lot of classes, clubs, deadlines, and of course, friends. However, because the whole situation was new to me, I stayed in my dorm for most of the time and hung out with friends there. Unknown to me, I did not realize 17 units was a lot of pressure for a freshman, so I thought this would be easy. I was ready to take care of it like high school. But no, I was already in the fire. Trigonometry, calculus on the same days was not smart ideas, and that does account for Spanish, English 2, engineering, or psychology. I was already quiet and I didn't leave the dorms. But at the end of that semester, I never wanted to go back to school because I was completely scared. I'd even try to make it to a final that I knew I'd fail. And of all the classes I took, I passed English and engineering, and maybe physics, I don't know for sure. After that, I left Atlanta and I came back to Los Angeles, back home. Started job hunting, being myself and thinking about what the next move was. I felt sad about myself because I thought I was going to take care of it and I didn't, even though I said I did. Conversations with family and counselors helped me a lot about what I, some of the certain school ideas, and what I did wrong and how I could grow from it. Of course, it isn't always completely my fault, but it does help trying to figure out what I can do better for the next part. I was semi happy that my experience wasn't unique and didn't have as many solutions or problems that I thought it would have. And it was realistic enough for me to try again and apply that again, apply to another college again. SMC was close to my house, as well as cheap enough for me to pay, so I chose that route. It was still pretty difficult adjusting to being like hybrids, having classes in Zooms and other ones being on campus, but it was still something. I still had to get used to it and still got better. Before I could stay a full 2 semesters, though, COVID forced everyone to stay at home and nail the door shut. Again, I felt another sinking feeling of being a dropout failure, but it wasn't as severe or permanent as first. I still had opportunities to grow from and better myself instead of staying at home and doing my job. Waking up and turning on my computer for Zooms was still a thing to get used to, as well as it hurt my eyes in the morning. But that time away left me alone to both reflect on my actions and better formulate a plan to go back to university. Preferably another HBCU for my family's wishes, and a little bit for myself. Also, juggling a job and taking online classes quickly became effortless. I had a few long essays and strict deadlines, but it got much better to multitask and focus on both two different things at the same time and more. Being social was also becoming second nature. It was safe to leave our bunkers and wear masks and stay 6 feet apart, which I enjoyed, so I don't like being close to people that much. But still, I had to be used to getting social and actually talking to people. I'm almost done at Santa Monica. One more class, and then I can transfer to a 4 year for a better second attempt. These 2 years at home helped me with a few different things. I finally got a car. I got a well-paying, easy job. I'm over my fear of being social and staying at home. I enjoy sports more than I thought. I'm doing jujitsu right now, and especially when I pay for it. And let's see, Ross, the clothing store, is a great store to get cheap clothes that look very well, so I can dress well. Thank you for listening to my personal story.